Today's cruise news update is brought to you by cruiseline.com and Shipmate app. Be sure to log into the Shipmate app to write a review of your most recent cruise. Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with cruisetipstv.com, bringing you the details on Carnival Cruise Line's latest round of cancellations. Unfortunately today, Carnival Cruise Line, not the whole Carnival Corp just yet, although that may be coming, just Carnival Cruise Line announced that they will be extending their U.S. cruise cancellations through the month of January. Previously, they had extended their cancellation period through December of 2020. Now, for all ports, that is going to extend into January, and unfortunately, for some ports into February and March. So they announced that all embarkations from U.S. home ports will be extended through January 31st. Additionally, and this is where you'll want to listen to see if your home port is impacted, Baltimore, Charleston, Jacksonville, Long Beach, Mobile, New Orleans, and San Diego embarkations will also be postponed through February 28th. So if you are cruising out of those aforementioned ports, or if you have a cruise planned or booked through those ports, that will definitely be canceled through February. So the soonest you'll be cruising is March. Unfortunately, embarkations on Carnival Legend out of Tampa, Florida, have also been canceled through March 26. Now, the cruise line says that they're canceling these additional cruises as they work to meet the CDC requirements to resume operations at some point in 2021. Now, we know what is required in order to do that. We'll link to an article on the framework for conditional sailing below. But just to give you a general idea, if you haven't really been staying up with what's been going on for the last month or so, the cruise lines, even though the CDC no sail order has expired, the cruise lines must apply for a COVID-19 conditional sailing certificate from the CDC, and the CDC can approve or deny that permit based on whatever factors really that they want. In addition to that, the cruise lines are required to run a series of simulated voyages prior to re-entering service. And so those simulated voyages are going to mimic a real cruise. They're basically going to be test cruises. They're going to include drills for potential outbreaks, drills for potential positive COVID cases on board, a lot of different things that they have to do. So what it seems is happening is Carnival's realizing, hey, look, we can't pull this off by January 1st. There's just no way. One of the reasons that there's really no way that can happen is that the cruise lines actually have to apply to run these test cruises. So they have to submit a request to the CDC many weeks in advance, right? And they have to wait for the CDC's approval. So I think it's better that they're letting their guests know that they won't be sailing in the month of January, and in some cases in the month of February. So it seems that they're in process of building back a gradual phased-in resumption of sailing. And that resumption of cruising is going to focus on two ports at first. It's going to focus on Miami and Port Canaveral. Once they get their footing again in Miami and Port Canaveral, they're going to bring Galveston in the mix. So if you're cruising out of Galveston, Texas, there may be some hope that you'll be cruising there a little sooner than you will some other places. They are working on getting all 16 of their ships back into this gradual process, but it's a phased-in approach, which we've been hearing from all of the cruise lines and all the cruise lines executives all along, is that we knew that they were not just going to start cruises again. Yesterday, I was looking at Carnival Panorama Sailings out of Long Beach. I thought, I wonder what they've got going on. And I did notice that they still had sailings available in January. In fact, they had them, I think, as early as the first week in January, and I was a little bit surprised. Kind of wondered if this was coming. The other elephant in the room that we just have to address that really isn't mentioned in this press release anywhere is that the virus rates are on the rise in the United States. That was also fully expected. We're going into winter. There's not a lot of daylight. The weather is colder. We expected these virus rates to peak, and it just, I'm sure, would feel irresponsible for the cruise lines to begin sailing again during this time. Now, Carnival did mention very briefly that Carnival Mardi Gras, which is under construction in Finland, will also enter service in 2021. They didn't say if their startup date for that ship is going to have to change or not, so it'll be interesting to see if that can launch as planned, but I'm sure that we'll see. If you'd like to read a little bit more about this to see if your home port was affected, we're going to link to the article where we published all of those dates on our website this morning in the description of this video. Also, if you'd like to join us for a live discussion about this, we're going to go live on our Facebook page tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So what we're going to do is just pop on live to talk a little bit more about this big news update and to say hello to all of you in a very casual environment. To get there, go to facebook.com/cruise tips TV. Of course, we're going to hold a live stream this Friday as well here on our channel. Just general cruise conversation and kind of wishing you all well before the Thanksgiving holiday. So be sure you're subscribed here to our YouTube channel so you'll get notifications about that. If you enjoyed this news update, we'd be so thankful if you would subscribe and stick around and turn on the notification bell. If you're already subscribed, if you could give us a quick thumbs up, we would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for joining us, and let us know in the comments below if your cruise was impacted by this latest Carnival Cruise Line news update. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas.